think I forgot someone.
If you forgot, then it wasn't important.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'll get that spooky ghost boy.
How's it going, everyone? Ghost here, back with another Valorant guide. This guide is going to be about ASTRA. So, ASTRA is an agent that has not been used too often in Valorant just because she has a range of complex abilities. She is very good, but I feel like people stopped using her because her abilities are just very difficult to use in a fast-paced situation. So I'll show you those abilities right now. Her first ability is her Gravity Well. So what's unique about ASTRA is that she has stars in place of her abilities. So she has 5 stars that she can buy if she has enough money, and she can place them down anywhere on the map. So she does this, you press her ultimate, so just press X, and it brings you into this form, your astral plane. And you can move around anywhere on the map in your astral plane, but you won't be able to see enemies and you won't be able to see who's attacking you unless someone shoots you, then it will take you out of your astral plane. So say I want to put a ability down here. I'll just put it down there, and that should place there, just like that. So enemies and allies can see what you've placed on the ground. So it'll show this exact thing, and you can't shoot it out, you can't destroy it, it's always there, so you'll know what is gonna happen if she activates it. So it'll either be a smoke, a concuss, or a gravity well, which I'm going to explain now. So the gravity well pretty much attracts enemies that stand in its vicinity. So say I want to activate it, people get pulled into the center, and then they are vulnerable once the gravity well explodes, pretty much. So I have a test dummy with me here, and I'm going to use ASTRA's first ability, her gravity well. So I just activate my gravity well on the star I just placed. And as you can see, the enemy gets pulled towards the center, and then she becomes vulnerable. So now I'm going to activate the ability, and the enemy ASTRA is going to try and run away from it. So you can run away from it, but it will pull you back as much as it can. So you can stop, you can avoid being in the middle, but if you're still within the well area, it will still make you vulnerable. So if you see it pop, run out of it straight away, but try and avoid being within ASTRA's stars before her abilities pop. So you only have one charge of that, and each star costs 150 credits, I believe. Yeah, 150 credits. So each star is 150 credits, so basically all abilities cost the same. You can also recall the stars, so if you place down a star that you didn't want to place down, you just press your interact key, mine's V, so I press V to recall it. It pops the smoke for a short duration, and then you recall the star, so you have that. There is a cooldown on the star, but it's not too long. I think it's like 20 seconds or something. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember exactly. But you have a short cooldown on your star. Once you recall it, it pops a short smoke and then it disappears. You can place all 5 stars down if you want, so you can do this. You have all 5 stars down. Something clever to do is if you want more smokes, you can just pop them back. You can recall them, which just pops them for a short duration, and it pops all of them in a line pretty much. I'll show you guys that from a bird's eye point of view to show it more clearly, but yeah, if you want more smokes, that's a really good way to make a line onto sight. So as you can see, the enemy ASTRA is recalling her smokes, and they're shielding her from people's view. So she got all the way from here with five stars. She used all her abilities, but she didn't use smokes, so there's not really any point in using that unless you want to use all smokes, you have a purpose for it. So yeah, this is why her abilities are kind of complicated, and why she's such a big brain agent, and why no one really can understand her except for high level Valorant players. So this is why I really like ASTRA, but in fast-paced situations, she's not the greatest because you gotta place down a star, go out of your ult, activate it, and then you'll have your smoke. Whereas Omen, you just press your signature ability, place it. Brimstone, signature ability, place it. With Astra, you gotta press her ultimate, place it with her crosshair, and then exit your ultimate, and then activate it, which is kind of annoying if you need to be quick with it. Alright, so Astra's second ability, her Nova Pulse, is a concussion, so same thing as your first ability. Go into your astral form by pressing your ultimate button, and then left click to drop your star, and then exit by clicking X again. And then this time you want to click whatever your ability is for your Nova Pulse, so it's probably like Q or something, so you just press Q, and it just acts as a concussion. So it does this. So when you want to activate your stars, you have to press whatever key you want to use on them. So if you want to use your gravity well, you just press C or whatever your activation key is. So press that and it activates it. So you do these for all your abilities. You place a star, exit your ult form, and then you just press whatever ability you want to use. So Astra's concussion just stuns you for a short amount of time, just like a breach concussion, or if Sky's dog concusses you, it's just a short concussion like this. Your movement is slowed and your accuracy is not accurate. Simplest way to put it. Alright, now I'm going to use Astra's second ability to concuss the enemy. So just use her concussion, place your crosshair around her star, and then just activate the concussion. And as you can see, she's concussed like that. Her movement will be slowed, her bullet firing will be slowed, and her accuracy will also be more inaccurate. So pretty basic. If it's also off center, similar to the gravity well, and it still hits you, you will also be concussed. So as you can see, she's off center from it, and then she still gets concussed. And then your signature ability, your smokes, which you have 2 charges of, and they recharge, which is also really good. Also, another thing with Astra, all her abilities recharge, so you can use her gravity well twice in a game, or her concussion twice in a game, and she has 2 charges of her smoke, so they also recharge, so she can essentially use up to 4 smokes a game. So that's pretty strong for Astra, that all her abilities have a cooldown. So Astra's signature ability is called Nebula/Dissipate. Dissipate because it's when you recall the stars, it pops the smoke but then dissipates really quickly. Nebula because when you activate it, it just pops the smoke. So I guess Nebula is the general term for her smoke, but no one says that because it's just smoke, if you know what I mean. Okay, easy. So her smoke is just a general smoke, lasts for a while. You can also place it on top of boxes, so if you want to do a one-way or something on a box, you have to kind of like place it like that. And then you pop your smoke and it does that. Kind of do a one-way. Oh, I didn't pop it, I recalled it, that was my bad. Yeah, pop your smoke and then yeah, you got your one-ways there. And yeah, pretty much the same smokes as everyone else, just different way to control it, I guess. And I'll show you guys the cooldown without cheats. So, alright, so I'll pop down abilities, 3 of them here. So I'll do 1, 2, and 3. And you can see they all have a cooldown of about 20 or so seconds. Her signature ability has a shorter cooldown, so it's obvious it's a signature ability, so of course it will have a shorter cooldown. So yeah, all her abilities have a cooldown, so you can use them multiple times in a round, but it just depends on how many stars you have. So you have 5 stars to begin with, so I used 1 of each ability, now I only have 2 stars to use left, so you can either use 2 more gravity wells, or 2 more Nova Pulses, 2 more smokes, or 1 of a Nova Pulse, or a gravity well, or whatever combo you want to do. I can use either this one or a concussion. And then that's it. I don't have any more stars, so I can't place them down. She even says out of stars. No more stars, so you only have 5 stars per round, which cost 150 credits. Okay, so with the Astra's ult, you want to do the same thing with your normal abilities. Go into her astral form by pressing X. To activate her ult, you right click and it brings up this thing here. And to place it, you just hold left click and it comes up with a big wall that you can see along the map here. This wall divides the map up into sections, so once you release that left mouse button, it divides the wall like divides the map like this. So it's a really big wall, covers basically the whole entire map, as you can see here. And it's soundproof and it blocks bullets, but not abilities, except jet knives. It blocks jet knives. So as you can see, the bullets don't go through. I'll also test it on a dummy. You can't hear sounds unless you're really close up to it, and the sound is also muffled anyway, so even if it is close, the sound's muffled. I'm going to place my wall, and with the enemy Astra, she's going to shoot my wall, and I'll show you guys that the bullets don't go through the wall.
Well divided.
So as you can see, the wall's up, the bullets don't go through, but you can hear it, and you can see the bounces, and the sound is also muffled. You can't really hear footsteps unless you're close, and as you can see, I can't shoot back either. But people can walk through it, so you can jump through the abilities as well. I mean, the ultimate wall as well. So right now, the enemy Astra put up her wall, and I'm going to send a recon through. As you can see, the recon's through. As you can hear, the footstep is also muffled. But the further you are away and the further the enemy is away from the wall, you can't hear the footsteps. Alright guys, so that's the Astra guide. I hope you guys found that useful. I hope you learned something from that. I know a lot of people don't play Astra, so I hope this would help people or encourage people to play Astra a bit more, because I really want to see more people play Astra, because she is a really good agent, but she's, I feel like, really underrated just because of her speed to put down abilities. So like, you have to be really quick with your abilities and precise.
Blocking vision.
So I hope you guys found this useful. I hope you guys are inspired to play Astra a bit more, or even experiment with other agents, if not Astra. So I'll see you guys in the next guide. Have a good day.